Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. Today is Monday, the 13th of January, 2020, and I have Jay from In the Conspiracy Channel. He is here co-hosting with me today, and we're talking about live streaming and tech stuff, and so far, it's been going good. How you doing this morning, Jay?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
Good. Excited to join you this week.
Thank you. Thank you. I see Gatheist there asking if he can join sometime. Where actually, I'm going to do that. That's exactly what we're going to have. I want to be doing some of that. One of the things I've been working on our channel, getting things set up, and we were talking about. Let me do this. I am new to StreamYards. That's much better. See, we're pretty, and you can see us better and our prettiness up more.
I don't know if I go pretty, but all right.
You're not convinced, huh? All right, I'm just checking everything real quick. It looks good. Everything seems to be streaming out really well to all my channel. Link to his channel.
I get it.
You got it? Good man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I got it. I've got a notepad that's got a ton of people's stuff on it.
All their links ready to go.
Yeah, mine just happens to be right at the bottom.
There you go. Yes. Good links to his channel. Gatheist, yeah, what I'm doing right now, this is the thing I'm working on, is having the morning show, and I'm going to have a co-host work with me for a week at a time. Those who are willing, if I can get people to come on and do it. I'm sorry, I caught Jay out of the corner of my eye. So if I can get somebody to come in and help me do, somebody to come help co-host with it, and then we'll also have people come on, a third person come on, and we'll interview them and talk about stuff. So yeah, I would absolutely enjoy having you on sometime. If you're willing, I wouldn't be against having you co-host one of these days if you want to, or we can just have you on as a guest and do the thing. So it's kind of about building channels and, supporting everybody and spreading the good word of atheism.
Looks like Math Pig beat me to it.
He did. Math Pig
apparently
is awesome.
Mine was missing. I had it on the list and it wasn't on the list anymore. I'm gonna have to put that back on there.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that now for myself because mine are all down in the links. Of course, yours actually is in the description.
You have no description.
No, I mean on Facebook or YouTube. If they're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I've already added a description at the bottom of the video, and yours is right at the top.
Yeah, you have no description on this video.
I have no description on this video.
No,
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It was there yesterday. It's not there today.
On my Facebook. Well, apparently the StreamYard. Well, again, like I said, I'm still setting up StreamYard. So it worked on Facebook. If you're watching Facebook, his is one of the first links at the very top on El Buco de Peso. There you go. Peep this, my homies. Right there.
Oh, there you go.
There I am.
Yep. So
yeah, you can see here's and this is what we were talking about here earlier. For those content creators out there, what Jay and I were talking about was whenever somebody, I've seen a couple of other content creators out there wanting to make it on YouTube, and they're like, I've made 5 videos. How come I'm not making a lot of? Well, first of all, you got to make content, right? Everybody knows that. Good morning, Randy. But also, when you make that content, you have to do certain things to make things work. And I was talking to Jay about this earlier. See here, Jay, I've got the hashtags right here.
Oh, yeah.
My title, which is identical to, well, this part here of it is identical to. And then I've got my hashtags. And then, of course, your stuff, Shill and Jay. And then some merch. There's a link to my book, and that's an Amazon affiliate link. See? So if they click it, I don't know if you guys who know that. So that's kind of the things that we were talking about earlier. He's got some channels or videos that have been getting some good views and likes. And let me pull this down real quick. Sorry, guys. Bottom. Stop sharing. Okay, there we go. Now get to pretty view. So we're pretty. That's not pretty.
Back to get us pretty again.
There you go. Pretty again. All right. So be entertaining, Matt Pig. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. This is where I start stripping around you. Running them off. Good morning, Raven.
I am Raven in the chat. That's my wife.
Oh, hi, I am Raven.
So she's my stalker.
Oh, I see. My stalker may be watching. The evil one. My beautiful evildoer wife, the nurse wife, as I like to call her, but she doesn't like to talk to me. She thinks it makes me nervous when she talks to me because she's at work, you know. And actually, the first time it did, because I didn't know she was actually watching. I thought she went back and watched later, and so she started. You know, when she first started, it kind of put me off my tee a little bit, but no more than normal. You know, I'm still kind of new to the live streams, and although we're still, you know, the morning show, I'm trying to get it all set up, and I'm getting used to it. I'm you know, getting used to it. It's still a little nerve-wracking, so I appreciate her being nice and trying not to scare me. There we go. So Math Pig, how's it going? Oh, he's got to go. Randy's got to go. You know, again, I forget that I can put these things up. With the other one, I would go through quite a bit of lengths to try to get it to where the chat showed up here, and I may do that again as we go forward because I really enjoy having the chat scroll in. Bye, Randy. See you later, brother.
Yeah. I had the chat up in my stream, and I went back and looked at it on my TV. It was really hard to read, so I'm gonna have to figure something out there because I like it. Not when it was the main Zoom, when it was just all of us, but when we were watching the video and we had them up in the corner and the video was playing in the bottom, I had the chat up at the top, but it was really hard to read. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Hey, Nerdy.
Hey, is Nerdy in?
Yep, Nerdy's there.
All right. Hey, there you go. Hi, Nerdy.
Yeah, me and Nerdy go back a long ways too.
Do you really?
Yeah,
you know,
I was subbed Nerdy before he changed his name to Nerdy Rodent.
Oh, really? What kind of videos does Nerdy put out?
Fractal videos. Which some of them are really cool.
Talking about just fractal patterns with music. There you go.
Yeah, some of that stuff is really cool.
Oh, I bet. Do you make that stuff yourself, Nerdy, or does it just how does that work? It's sort of, was it you earlier showing me your thing where it had the mouse and it was tracking? And
that was on the OBS. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there. That was kind of cool though.
It was, yeah. Kind of reminded me of that whenever y'all said the fractal thing. All right. Yeah, so I've got some new all right, so I don't know, for you guys out there who are also content creators, that's one thing that Jay and I have been talking about, things fellow content creators do or don't do, as we've been mentioning. And I yesterday started my very first Facebook advertising campaign, pointing advertising or Facebook people to my merch on Teespring for the very. I'm powerfully nervous about it. Have any of you guys who have content? Have any of you tried that? Had any success? I remember you were saying about how your Teespring is kind of starting there, Jay.
Yeah, I had some stuff on it, and I took it down and put up a couple new things. I haven't got anything yet, but right now I've only got 2 shirts up there.
Okay.
I haven't really. I'm going to play with it more. It was one of the things I plan on doing for 2020 is working more on my Teespring and getting my Patreon stuff. Like when because I've got 3 patrons right now. And when I get my one of my videos, I'm gonna start posting them into the patron first before I post them on YouTube, so my patrons get to see them before anybody else does.
Gotcha. That's a good idea. Yeah. That's my plan too. I may change up my patron thing. I have a schedule, you know, like for $3 they get access to this and this, and for $10 they get this and this. I don't have any $10 people. You know, I've got things there. So I say you're gonna, for $3 you get access to the Patreon, the Discord, and I need to get with Math Pig about see if he can help me if I need to do that or change that. And then you also get access to my scripts before I don't know why somebody would want that, but they get that anyway. And then the higher up they go, they get. So I think I need to adjust my stuff. That is what I'm trying to say. My Patreon rewards.
Yeah, I went through just recently and fixed my Patreon because I had it set up at like $1 and then $6.66 and then $13.33 and then $100. You know, and then I was like, I'm just not getting anything. So I switched it to 1, 2, 5, I think 10 and 50. You know, and kind of kept the same rewards for everybody. Just dropped the prices down.
Well, with mine, it says I'm going to give you're going to get the Discord, access to the scripts, and I'm going to put your name in the end of my videos. That's what I'm going to, as a thank you for and that's what. But then I also do this thing here, like I've got it running at the bottom of the screen. I mention them now. I give them a shout out at the beginning of the videos. I've done that, not specifically name by name, but to my Patreons and things. I've been doing, kind of trying to provide more than what I've told them I would provide them. I didn't say for the $3 thing, I want to run your name at the end of my bottom of my screen, you know? So, but I'm trying to learn how to do those things. So that's kind of because I want to give them some benefit as well. And like I say, I want to get on a schedule. It's just with being out of town and all that stuff going on, and Christmas and doing the Christmas video, and then trying to catch every video between. And I just started this new series. But what I want to do is I want to get a video where I want to record like 3 or 4 at a time. But that means writing 3 or 4 scripts at a time. You know what I mean? But I want to drop them a week ahead of time and have a week for my patrons to enjoy them beforehand. Yeah. You know. But now, I just don't have any patrons at that level yet who require that. I have that in my levels. If you go look, it's there. I just don't have any patrons at that level.
With my videos, like my symbols videos, those are scripted. A lot of my other stuff, I don't always script. A lot of times I just write notes. But my Dwarven Hammer and my Tony videos, those are 100% ad lib. When I do those videos, I sit down and I just turn on Audacity and I just go. So, and I think that's what makes them so fun, because that's the humor coming out of me at that time. And, you know, so for me, those are so much fun to make, because it's like, especially when Tony comes up, because what I do is I channel my inner 80s surfer dude, you know, 80s skater surfer type dude. So yeah, that's so I just go with that. And of course, you know, I turn the pitch down a little bit, so he's got a little deeper, you know, a little higher pitched voice, and go with that. So
right.
But yeah. So I mean, scripting's okay. I try not to script. Right. For me, I feel better just talking, you know. Right. But like with my symbols, I've got to script those, because that's what those are about. Those are the histories of the symbols themselves, and you know, trying to pull those off the top of your head is not going to go very well.
That's been my experience. With my scripted videos, I started in the beginning and I would try to script them out, and sometimes I would try to put just the ideas. And so you can go watch them, and you can tell the scripted ones from the non-scripted ones. The scripted ones, in my opinion, are better. The non-scripted ones can be better. I have more of those cool moments where you get to see Chris, you know. I'm not so stuffy. But if I don't script them, I tend to do a lot of rambling, and it really becomes a lot of editing for me. And I found that if I script them and then I read them out loud 2 or 3 times, well, by every time I read it out loud, I have to adjust it and change it. And then whenever I'm finally happy with it, I've read it out loud several times. And then about a month and a half ago, I got a teleprompter to put in front of my Canon camera. So now there's no more of me looking over here, you know, back and forth. I got it all worked out and makes it look much better. And so for my scripted videos, it's great. Does a really good job. But whenever I tried to go off script and just, you know, I buy ideas, I just don't get it done. Now, if I do the political ones where I come on, I'm just mad. I see something on there, I'm just mad. I'm gonna turn it on. Yeah. That's pretty easy. Don't take a lot of editing or nothing. Beep, beep. Kind of put a few beeps in there to hide my colorful language. So yeah, no. But as far as the scripted or versus non-scripted, that's kind of how. My
biggest problem with scripted is I stumble over words when I read a lot. So I've got to like stop it and cut that out and re-record it and stop it and re-record.
Right. That's what was happening with me whenever I was doing my scripted, was because I would type it all out and then I'm like, all right, let's go. Bam. And then I try to read it aloud the first time and I'm going to record it for that. And it didn't work. That's why I literally started reading them aloud 4 or 5 times as I proof it to get past those things. Then whenever I'm ready to script it, it comes out pretty good like this. My last few videos have come out. It's just, you know, really well, because I've already said those words several times.
Well, my problem with that, though, I mean, it is. I gotta pull it up here real quick because I want to double check.
Okay. I've got a Daily Atheist mug on the way, so
I'm nice.
Showing off some of my own merch soon.
Like my first video, my Eye of Providence, that one was only 6 minutes long. My second one was on the cross. I had help from Jen's Little Corner and Steaming Cup of Reason. That one is 15 minutes long. And then my pentagram was 12 minutes long. So when I, doing like that, trying to read that out loud, it takes a little bit of time.
Okay, so my last video, the one I dropped yesterday, was 12 minutes and some odd seconds, and that was the same thing. I wrote it all out, I scripted it out, I read it through several times. So that's why it's not a 30-minute thing to write one of these scripts. It took me days. I started it Thursday. I actually copied and pasted some points I wanted to make. Whenever I was doing chapter 2, I was like, oh, this part here would go really good in chapter 3. So I copied and pasted some of that over there. But then I had to write the whole thing, and man, I tell you, it was a lot. See you later, Randy. Thank you for stopping by.
Randy, again.
And then, so there's the same thing Nerdy's talking about. By scripting them, I eliminated my ums. I hardly do any ums. If you see me doing an in a scripted, I have gone off script. So I started doing that. And that made it a lot of. But this time here, so not only did I make the video, so now I've got the video. I put it in my editor. I put that little thing at the front. I put all my stuff, and then I cut it together. Had to my audio, and then go through it. And as I'm going through it, I have to do the jump cuts up, jump cut back, jump cut up. So if you watch my most recent videos, you'll see I jump cut up and jump cut up. Then I'll have some text over here for a scripture, and I'll jump cut to where it's got me on the one side and the scripture up. And so I started editing it yesterday morning at about 4:30, and I guess it was 11 or somewhere. I think it was between 10 and 11 yesterday morning, whenever I was done. And then I dropped it like 45 minutes later. So yeah, it takes a lot of hours and hours and hours.
My symbols video, the ones that I just got the 3, those usually take after with recording and then going in and editing and then adding all the pictures and stuff. It can take 7-8 hours to do one of those 15 minute video, because
Absolutely.
What I do is I write my script and then I read the script out and then I put it in to do the editing, and I listen to the script as I'm going through, and I go, okay, that picture will work for this. Then I'm going to listen to the next part. I'm like, okay, I need to find this kind of picture for that.
Right. Right, exactly. Yeah, I do that too. See, that's something else I do is I go through, and so the first thing I do is I take the audio and video, I'll put them together and make it. And then I do the same thing. I go through after I cut it and I've done my zoom in and zoom outs. Then I add my pictures, and then I decide, do I want that picture to cover the whole screen, or do I want it to show up right here? Or and it takes a good amount of time. But I have learned that as I do that, and we go back and watch these other videos, the ones I have made, they are so much better. Excuse me. Hands just way better than the videos I used to create without the jump cuts. And it's just me, no pictures. The pictures help, and I like to throw in memes, because memes aren't copyrighted by anybody.
Yeah.
For one, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, unless you're trying to use the Baby Yoda one.
Well, yeah, I don't worry about that. You know what I mean? I don't do those. So I do those, so I don't have to worry about it. But and they also add humor.
Yeah.
I made one where I was talking about the creation of Adam and Eve in the second video. And I was like, well, and they went through naming every single animal as they were on their search to find the perfect mate for man. And I said, seemingly taking a long, hard, lustful look at goats and sheep. And I put a sheep image up there. It just adds to the value and the fun they get out of the videos. So I enjoy watching the videos more now because there's more interesting than before.
Yeah, mine, I've noticed, especially the last just 2 or 3 months of the ones I've been doing, you can see the quality in the videos are so much better than when they were when I first started. When I first started, it was me at a camera, or it was me and a little thing on the side.
Yep.
Now it's I can cut ins, I can do the fades, I can put up the I finally figured out how to add words. So yeah. I'm going to link this to you because this one you might be interested in. I've got to find it, though. I actually have a second channel. Actually, I've got 3 channels, but one I don't actually do. I've got another one with Drunk Monkey called Truth Is Not a Hoax.
Okay.
And that one, that channel, which we're going to be working on more this year, is about showing the truth behind tragedies.
Okay.
Like my first one I did, it was the, hang on, where did it go? Mine was the Oklahoma City bombing,
Mhm.
and Jump Monks was the Challenger.
Really? Okay.
And so because at that time we'd seen a couple people just talking out their butt saying these things never happened, nobody ever died. It's like, no. I'm gonna have to type it in. I can't find it on my list. There it is.
You know, I want to tell you briefly. Whenever I first started my YouTube channel, I watched this training video by this guy, Jordan Mackey, and it's how to make money on YouTube. And he's saying, go here and do these things. And his big thing was conspiracy stuff. He's like, go make your conspiracy stuff. Get this from here. Get this from here. And so he had a whole school training class and all this. And it's really just people who just want to make a living on YouTube without having to put their face and their own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole training class about how to make conspiracy oriented videos. It don't matter if it's true or not. Just put them here, do this, and you will get views by doing this because there's so many people out there watching this stuff. And there was even this thing, I think YouTube started cracking down on some of that. And there was this big thing in his forums. Oh my God, what are we going to do? I'm like,
that was one of the reasons I changed my channel name to EtC. Because you type in "End the Conspiracy," unless you look for my channel, you're not going to find. You're not. My videos don't pop up worth of crap. But if you type in "End the Conspiracy" and hit channel, it pops up right away.
I see.
But since they were cutting out on the hoaxes and anything with conspiracies and stuff like that, I was going, that's why Fight the Flat Earth changed his channel to FTFE.
Gotcha. I can see how the YouTube might actually think you're a proponent of.
Flat Earth. Yeah.
I've been, when I met you and I was watching In the Conspiracy and we were talking, I really wasn't sure what side of the fence you were on. I didn't know whether you're going to go, well, that damn moon landing they want you. I hadn't known at what point you were going to start saying those things.
So in the chat, I've dropped 3 links. The first link I dropped in is the actual channel itself. Okay. The second one is the link for the Oklahoma video, and the third one is the Challenger video.
Excellent.
So if you guys are interested, you know, check them out. But the Oklahoma City bombing video I did was my first one where I really learned how to do the cuts and you know, at the end of it, I've got a great tribute to the people that lost their lives during Oklahoma City. A nice background with the scrolling text and then I got all their ages highlighted and stuff like that. So that was really my very first one, because I had dabbled with it in other videos, but that one really pulled it all together for me. And I've been working off my videos from the knowledge I learned for that. So.
Gotcha. So you decided to go ahead and put that in a separate channel instead of doing that in the conspiracy channel. Interesting, because I was, for anybody who's been keeping up, I've been thinking about, I've even done it a couple times, going off politically, and I'm very political. I just try not to bring it here. And I've had some people, the wife even kind of suggested it. She doesn't mind where I do it. She doesn't care. She just wants me to do it. She suggested doing a separate channel to where I can be political and keep the atheism separate, because I don't want to run off of an atheist over here. I almost said who's a right-wing nutbag, but I don't care if they leave. Sorry. I like I say in my thing, I preach to the choir. So hello, choir. If you're not part of my choir, get the hell out. Sorry. Bad Chris. And now it's at this point that I ask you all to reach out and click thumbs up.
Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit your subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Thumbs up, yes. Show me your hate. If I just made you mad, subscribe so I can make you mad again later. I even said that in one of my videos.
and for me, I do have another channel called Another Day with Uncle Jay. That was the first one I made. That one was supposed to be for fun, but I never really did anything on it because I got into this channel, and this channel it's where I got into the community and started meeting people, was all from this channel. My problem is I want to make more fun videos but they don't quite work with the channel I've got. Unless I keep them within my Hammer videos with Tony Hammer and Dwarven Hammer.
And I need to watch.
Keep them in with. Oh, those are great. You'll have
Right.
the giggles and laughs.
I have a history myself, just like many of you who have this color hair, with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the way back. So whenever you're talking about your dwarven stuff, I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to get over there and do that.
The dwarf through and through, man.
Why are you furious, nerdy rodent?
Uh-oh.
Rodento de nerdio. Why are you furious? Maybe I haven't been paying attention to the thing. Let's see. Using help so much. No, that doesn't seem like something that would make someone furious. Maybe it does. I don't know.
I haven't tried hit film. I use Shotcut is what I use
For your editing?
For my editing and stuff.
I use Filmora. Kind of bought into it when I first got there. It works pretty good. That's good enough for what I do. So I want to mention real quick. I've been thinking about doing another channel for. We already mentioned political, but also I saw recently. Shout out to Cosmic Skeptic. He's a pretty big atheist guy over in England. He's got one of those really cool little accents. He's kind of a small.
Alex.
Yeah, Alex. And he has recently started a second channel for
vegans,
animals. He said animal rights.
Yeah, it's going to be centered around veganism. Yeah, there's a whole thing going around with the Aussies and Alex now.
I don't know nothing about it. I got fur babies. I have 4 of them, not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 dogs, and I love them. And me and the wife are all about helping and rescuing dogs and taking care of pets, and and very, very against the abuse of animals. So if somebody's against so I was thinking about starting a second channel once this one gets afloat and have that focus on helping animals, maybe primarily locally in my area here, because that's where I can. I've even thought about going in my videos and at the end of the video having a link to my local stuff or some kind of national U.S. Help the animals thing, to where go here and help these people out. Bob Barker used to do it at the end of his
spay and neuter your pets.
So I've thought about kind of putting a link so people can donate some money to one of those help the animals organizations, because that's really we love animals, and so I've been thinking about doing that. But then just like the things we were talking about, I'm still building my channel. I don't have a lot of a following yet, but I'm growing. I'm doing pretty quick. And again, I see other YouTubers. Me and Jay here visited about this before we started the live show. Is that oftentimes you'll see a YouTuber and they'll go, "How come this isn't making me money?" And they've only got like 3 or 4 videos, and they're expecting a wash of cash. It takes a lot of work, and you got to do certain things. You can go out there on YouTube and you can find out how to make YouTube videos, and it'll tell you step by step. But it doesn't tell you how to do this and how to manage this, and you got to go over to Facebook, and you've got to do this, and then you want to do live streams. And so I've thought about doing a little separate channel myself to help with the tech part and the setup part, and there's also things like setting up your Teespring, all for atheist specific content creators, and build, make channels for that too, because I got all manner of time to be making videos. So that may be what I do in the future. I like the idea of helping the pets. That's kind of over the dogs and stuff. That's pretty big for me. Oh, there's more comments. Let's see. Did Nerdy respond?
Yeah, he said I've subscribed, so I must be angry as well.
Oh, I see. I got you. There you go.
Yeah, like I said, the truth is not a hoax channel just come out because I did a 2-minute rant video because I had seen Russian vids, and 33UC were denying that these massacres and shootings and catastrophes never happened. It's all fake. It's all hoax. I 2 minutes calling them the F word this and you dirty rotten that. And one of the comments on it was Jump Monkey commented, and he said he'd just, basically chafes him. So we got together and we made Truth Is Not a Hoax channel. That channel is specifically for showing the truth behind what's going on.
Gotcha.
That's like with mine and his both. We've got there's background stuff on what happened. There's news videos. And on mine, I read a transcript from one of the survivors. I've got a short clip on one of the guys, the investigators that was there during the thing. you know, and Jut Monks, his runs around. He's got lots of video footage from when it actually happened and whatnot. So this is like, look, here it is. This is what happened. This is, you know, so
Right.
that's what that channel is all about. Now, where mine was more of, originally started it to show the truth behind the conspiracies.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gone a little off from where I started. But it's a lot of it's in fun. You know, like I said, with my hammer videos, you know, I've got a couple different things here and there. You know, I started a series that I did one video and I never really went into it. You know, it was my weighed and measured. There's like, you've been weighed, measured, and found wanting.
Found wanting, yeah.
Yeah, that was meant to actually go after comment trolls. Is what it was originally intended for, but I did one video and I never got back. I was supposed to do one for Kristen Frost laser beams and the troll that attacked her, but I never really got any farther. I was thinking today I should do one on Unirock, but then I was like, no, I don't want to get involved in that.
You're like the anti-troll troll.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole thing with that weighed and measured was supposed to be trolling the trolls. But I just never really got back into that one. So
interesting. Yeah. So that's I knew somebody like that had to be out there.
Oh yeah. I love going on in, because a lot of times we'll get, you know, because like I said, I know a lot of people. I've been around a year. I've you know, started with non sequitur, and then the shills, and then, you know, this stream and that stream and these stream and those streams.
Right.
So I know a lot of people, so I get to hear, it's like, well, I got this troll attacking me on this channel, and this troll's on this channel. Hey, you want to have fun with this troll? I'll go in and I'll have fun with the trolls.
There you go. Yeah. See, that's part of what I was talking about earlier whenever I mentioned the comments that I would like to, as part of the morning show, if we got anybody bringing comments, you're already ahead of the game. You know, occasionally I'll get somebody mentioning something in comments. That the first one blew my mind because he was a Deepak Chopra-esque. The quantum blah vibrations of this prove that God's love is something from verse this of this. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And, you know, it actually takes time for people to go along like you and argue with these people and debunk their crazy, you know, so I appreciate that. That's, you know, I really don't have the time to go along, and as we get more and more of them, I just can't. So it's not.
Now with my videos, I try to comment on every comment, or at least heart it, so they know that I seen your comment.
Yeah.
Some of them I don't even bother. I just look at them, and go, yeah, I'm not bothering with that one.
Right.
Because worth it.
Yeah, I have a thing, you know, like if it's a neutral or above, I'll heart and like it. But if they're getting ugly, or they're for some reason just being douches, I won't do those things.
Usually with those guys, I won't say anything, or I'll go, you didn't watch the video, did you?
Right. Well, I had one of them, he came on my channel and he said I wasn't qualified to do the thing, and he didn't like what I said. I had two separate people come on my comments and tell me not to make the third video in this series because I was unqualified. My evil god monster of Abraham.
Yeah.
I'm unqualified to read Genesis chapter 3. So some of them, you know, I have that thing where I'll like and stuff, but to me, you know, that's kind of the algorithm. So I do that. It would be nice because we do that, you know, we as they and they as we. If they're going to come over, they're going to say something, I'll give them some love. Fortunately, I haven't gotten a lot of negative likes from them. They'll come on there and they'll argue with me and tell me blah, 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 you're bad, you're wrong, but I never get any thumbs down. I haven't gotten any thumbs down. I just kind of
I have one or two people consistently, as soon as my video goes up, I get a thumbs down.
I'm expecting that.
It happens almost every video I pop up. Sometimes, like if I do a premiere, it'll be thumbs down before it even premieres.
Yeah. But, pre-hate. Yeah.
If you're talking about comments, I have a stream. It was what it's called, What's On Tonight. I think it's episode 1. We talked about a gentleman. I'm not going to mention his name anymore because I have wiped the slate clean. I even removed my video I did on him. I don't want to deal with him this year at all. I'm wiping my hands with him, but I'm leaving the stream up because it's got a lot of views. It's got over 7,000 views.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And,
okay.
and over 1,200 comments because he sent his. He's got over 400,000 followers.
Oh.
He said if there was a channel to troll, this is the one to do. And that comment is over almost 1,200 comments where almost every single one of them is attacking me or my guests. Nothing to do with the video itself. It's straight up. The only 2 comments I've ever deleted, one was that one comment was, that looks like a bunch of pedophiles. That one had to go. The other one was, you guys need to put a shotgun in your mouth and pull the trigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one was gone.
In my brief experience, I don't normally remove them. The only one I've removed was kind of started getting creepy. I mentioned it. He was one of those that said I shouldn't make this series. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I told you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't do this. Stop doing this. Turn from your evil ways. The new year's fixing to be here. You need to stop before the new year. And then after the new year came along, I did an interview video that day with somebody else, and I also posted a video. And then he made a comment on there going, "You were warned not to post any, to come into the." And I'm like, "Dude, you're out." Bang.
Yeah, that's threatening stuff. It is. When it's threatening like that, yeah, some of those you can either play with them or you can get rid of them.
No, I don't. I got no time for that. My name's not really Mallard. Yeah. These people are crazy. I don't want somebody chasing me down and shooting me in a freaking store parking lot because of this stuff. I'm not going to antagonize the crazies. I'll report them and go on. Matter of fact, there's so many people out there who are fun and engaging, except Math Pig. Math Pig doesn't count. There you go again.
Thumbs down just so you get one.
there's so I know he's keeping me honest. There's so many fun people out there to engage in. I don't mind engaging with the Christians who want to debate me and throw some points out there. Matter of fact, his thing, one of them started out with, "I'll debunk you." Well, debunk. Come on, man, let's do this.
Yep, I read through those comments.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. It's just this creepiness is. I got no time for that. And I'm not gonna, if they're gonna, especially like you said, it was ad hominem. Mm-hmm. They're attacking. I got this little bald spot up here. Mm-hmm. If they're going to go, "Hey man, you got that bald spot. What the hell? Well, you need to get some hair plugs or something." They're attacking me personally. I got no time for that stuff. It ain't nothing to do with me and this channel. Go against my arguments.
Yeah, one of the comments that stood out for me the most was like, it looks like the panel from The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was some horrible stuff, and I'm going. We got so bad. I got up the next morning or the next afternoon because I worked third shift. Mm-hmm. And I had over 600 comments on that video. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Then I found out what happened, and it was like, holy crap. I emotionally couldn't deal with all the hate that was coming at me. I actually reached out to the shills and said, "I need help."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm being attacked over here." So that's when the guys got together. There's actually a little video they did where it's each one of them were like, "Hey, he's being attacked. Let's go over and help." And that actually helped me out. And then for a long time, I didn't do anything with him. I didn't with the gentleman. And then I had to do a video for myself to make me feel better. I did that one. It was up for a while. I deleted it, because I emailed him and said, "Look, it's New Year. I'm changing the way I'm doing my channel. Mm-hmm. I hope, to show good faith, I'm removing that video from my channel altogether. I said I won't be doing those kinds of videos anymore. I hope you have a fruitful year." And I left it at that, and I'm not bringing his name up anymore. I'm not going after him. I'm not talking about him. Right. I think it's in 13 days, I've looked at his channel like twice. Yeah. And that was just because it happened when I typed in something and hit enter. It just happened to, because I used to look at him all the time. I used to keep an eye on what he was doing.
Right.
And it was getting to the point where I was obsessed with what this guy was posting all the time. Mm-hmm. And I had to pull myself away from it because his videos are the same. It's the same video every video. It's just a different person or a different topic. And it just got so bad for me. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. So as I talk about it, what you're saying, there are people out there with huge channels that are pro-Christian, and and from my opinion, I'm going to state my opinion, they have a detachment with reality entering the game. That's how I see them. And I have no interest in going out there and having big arguments with a whole bunch of people, jumping into a group of Christians and getting into an argument with them. I have no time for that, because that's what the same thing's going to happen to me that happened to you. I'm going to get trolled, and they're going to start, being I don't want that. I'm a preach to the choir. That's why I got atheists out there. Some of them out there who need to know the stuff I got, like my videos. Some of them are actually, you might learn something. So if you're an atheist out there and you were raised up in Texas and your family's crazy and you need a place to find some research, quick and easy little things to learn, I got stuff. And that's kind of more what I'm about. I'm more about, and then if there's a Christian over there who's kind of doubting, and they hear my stuff and they're going, they're right. That kind of makes sense. That's crazy. I'm all for that too. But I'm not about going and flinging yourself into a pit of crocodiles, especially alone. Your channel is 400 or 500 subscribers. Going up against somebody who's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. There's no win there.
Yeah, there wasn't. And I didn't. Well, the thing was, is that stream is almost 2 hours long. And we only talked about him for about 15 minutes. And he got wind of it. And the next thing you know, I was bombarded. And at that time, I had just over 200 subs.
Right. Well, did that give you a boost?
Yeah.
See, that stuff like that.
So that's how I had to look at it. I'm like, okay, look, all these attacks brought my algorithm up. And I had to look at it that way. And since that stream itself, I don't have an issue with trolls anymore. As long as you're not being violent or talking about pedophilia, spew all the garbage you want. I don't care. I'm either going to respond to you or I'm going to ignore you.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
So, but like I said, if you start spouting violence or pedophilia, then you're going to go.
Yeah. Well, I haven't I've had some be creepy. I haven't had any spouting violence or any pedophilia. I haven't had any of that on my channel yet. And I do know that they're big about the ad hominem. They're likely to come here and accuse of things. I've seen it. I've seen them do that. And again, reading some of those comments, you gotta wonder the person. Well, one of the guy who was posting the woo from like Deepak Chopra stuff, I was actually engaging him and talking to him and his points. And then I noticed, his post at the front of it would say somebody else's name. And I'm like, so he posted a big long post, but the very first word said math pig. And then it went on like he's talking to somebody completely. And then I found out either he's copying somebody else's stuff from a different conversation or he's copying his own stuff where he was debating with somebody. And now that was so good. He wants to put it in my stuff. And he's just really spamming my comments. And at that point, I stopped engaging. And I'm like, you're not even talking to me.
I was engaging with a flat earther on one of his videos for a little bit. And we kind of attacked each other at first. And I said, look, I really want to have this conversation. I said, I won't attack you anymore. And, I said, well, let's just talk. He said, okay, well, no more personal attacks back and forth. He asked for something. I provided it for him. And then that was it.
Right.
There was no comeback. He didn't speak. It was like, well, what happened to this conversation?
Yeah.
It was like,
well, one of the things
you don't want to have a conversation, do you?
That's right. One of the things that we do and I've seen a lot of our atheist brethren do, is they will target a Christian channel out there. They will get one of their videos, they'll cut it up and talk about it. Mr. Atheist does it, and the Raging Atheist does it too, where they'll take this channel's videos and they'll cut them down. Then in their description, they'll put the description of whose channel it was. And so I get all that. And then whenever I have it on Twitter will do it, TweetDeck will do it, Hootsuite will do it. You can have it monitor for mentions of you. So if somebody out there mentions you, you get an alert. So if that may even be how he found you, is he had an alert set up to mention it, and you somewhere mentioned in one of your descriptions, and that's exactly. So as part of his deal, what we do is we do that against a comparative YouTube channel. And I'm not knocking Mr. Atheist or Nakasuchi for what they do. We do that, and we compete against that other channel, and it draws viewers to us. It gives us content to talk about, and it draws viewers to them. So it really works out for both. And if they see that you're doing it and they kind of go back and forth, like Matt Powell and Nakasuchi, we can talk about how ugly that is and how Nakasuchi doesn't like Matt Powell and all that. But this ongoing year-long romance between Matt Powell and Nakasuchi has benefited both of them.
Yeah. What was that? What was that called? That you said to looking up? You were talking about they had that program where if its name pops up in the description.
Well, you can do it in TweetDeck, which is a free add-on to Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So go to TweetDeck and there's a mention, and it'll watch mention. So anytime anybody mentions your handle or something specific, it'll do that. And Hootsuite will do it too. Hootsuite's a paid program that will monitor those. I'm working on getting that to help me, promote my channel. So.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into those because I was wondering how.
And there may be other ways. Content creators, if you know of another way to monitor to see if somebody's out there talking about you on their channel, let us know, because I've been thinking about that too. I'm not necessarily eager to go pulling down somebody's stuff and talking about it. I got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I would just like to know if somebody is actually talking about my videos.
Exactly.
That would be cool to, that they, okay, look, somebody's actually mentioning my stuff. What are they actually saying? Do they like it? Do they don't like it? If they don't like it, what are they saying about it? Because even then you can go, okay, well, if they don't like this, what if I change it up and do it this way instead?
Exactly.
You're not going to know, because comments, you're not 9 times out of 10 comments. A lot of comments are like, good job, nice video, stuff like that. You're not getting the criticism where if somebody makes a video on one of yours, then you can go, okay, well, at this point I did this, but he says I should have done this, or I got this wrong and it's actually this. Then you can do that too. Google Alerts.
Exactly correct. And Google Alerts. I'm writing that down too.
Yeah.
Where's my writing stick? Google Alerts. Let me Google Alerts. Because I would be flattered, really, if some Christian channel out there would like to, take one of my videos apart and prove how wrong I am and how I'm taking things out of context. That would just tickle me to no end.
Just because you said that, I actually have been thinking of a certain hammer looking at one of your videos.
A hammer I had in one of my videos?
Yeah. Dwarven Hammer,
also
known as Jody, is one of my characters I do. He's a redneck dwarf from the South, and he's a Christian.
Oh.
So what he does is he looks at anti-atheist videos and he comments on them as a redneck dwarven Christian.
All right, perfect. That would be one. I would like to see that. That would be great. Well, speaking of the whole like dwarven redneck, putting those two together is beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I have got this paused video, no sound. Is Matt Pig? I don't know what he's talking about. He's trolling me. Matt Pig's a troll. I enjoy that kind of thing. One of the other things, I've got the Chris Mallard channel. There's a Chris Mallard channel that I have that I don't put anything there, that I'd want to put stuff that's just like me doing stuff I want to do that may or may not be related to atheism. And I'm big into Shakespeare. So one of the things I want to put is Shakespeare monologues that I do over there, 2 households, both alike in dignity. But the wife, she likes, the video didn't pause. Okay. The wife wants me to do redneck Shakespeare. So like 2 households, both alike in dignity in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. And so I want to do a whole series of videos on that for me someday when I get down the road. That probably won't be on this channel, though. I don't want that many people watching. So, Math Pig UC, there we go.
I say hi. I stopped by last night, but you weren't home.
No, I had to go to work early.
I don't know if you had to work on Sunday.
Yeah.
Love you. Have fun.
Love it. Sorry, my youngest boy popped in.
It's all right. Howdy. So Lucy calls you. See, and Lucy may not be wrong. She's talking about Math Pig, I believe.
Yeah, I from the conversation, looks like talk about Math Pig.
Yeah. He's got his moments. But we were talking about Critical Cripple being in all the streams, and that was one of the things for me that was very important and very critical on those when I very first started doing this morning show. I was nervous enough, And then I'd sit here the first half hour before the show and I'd write up topic ideas to think about. And then I'd start the show and, 5 minutes into the thing, I've already talked about all my topics. I'm done. But if I hadn't had somebody there, it would have been so much harder. But I had somebody there. Atheist was there. Critical Cripple was there. Randy was there. KCA Randy was there. A lot of Math Pig started showing up once he found, a lot of these people showed up, and man, without that, it would have been, it wouldn't have lasted. No, having the support of our group of peeps, this group of peeps that I found myself into,
that's kind of how I got started. Is I started going to all the different streams, and I would get in there and I would talk in the streams, talk to different people, this, that, and the other. And then my name started getting out there and people started recognizing me when I was getting into the streams. And then I was getting people talking back and forth with me. And then it was like, hey, this is your channel. Hey, do you want to be on the stream? Hey, do you want to do this? So for me, it was grabbing my phone and doing that very first, how you doing?
Right. That's right.
Because it took a while at first. I wouldn't say nothing. I just watched the stream.
I've been there too, and I'm still kind of in that. I don't like talking over other people. So if we get into a stream where there's 4 or 5 people and one of them's really chatty, and I go, "Oh yeah," and she starts talking again, I just stop. I'll just watch. So I totally get that. Well, now with me, I was doing my own little stream, or my own videos. Which really, in the beginning of my videos, my wife couldn't even be in the house. Mm-hmm. I didn't want her listening while I recorded the video. Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist. I just couldn't. So I did that. And then whenever I started doing these other ones, it was kind of the same way. I got really shy when I had to turn on the thing and do it. But finally I got there. And now I'm doing my own stream. I do a live stream. I'm like, hi, it's just me. And I finally kind of got used to that. And it's just me and I'm alone and scared. And I watch the comments and they talk. Mm-hmm. And then I've met Critical Cripple. I started engaging him and he's like, hey, come over here to this stream over here. So I'm like, okay. And I pop over to this stream and there's 5 or 6 people there. Mm-hmm. And one's bouncing out and Critical Cripple goes, hey, let Darkwing in. Darkwing. Sorry, that's my online stuff. Hey, let the Daily Atheist in, let Chris in. So they let me in. I'm like, oh God, what am I going to say? I got all nervous. My anxiety was up. But then they popped me in and we talked and I visited and nothing bad happened. What do you get anxiety for? What's going to happen? Something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing bad
when I first started doing my streams, I had a really bad habit of watching the chat. I couldn't watch it. I'd ignore the chat altogether.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, you really need to engage with the chat more. So now that's why you see a lot of these streams with like Shills and Going Critical and a couple other ones. They'll have a specific person they're designated to watch the chat. If anything pops up, they comment on it. Or I don't do that. I want to be engaged with the people I'm talking to and my chat now. Right. So that's why I try to anybody that comes into the chat, I try to give them a personal shout out on the stream, like hey Matt Pig, hey Atheist, or hey Cripple. When they come in, like I did on my stream the other night.
I noticed
that way that the chat knows I know you're there. I'm seeing you. I'm paying attention to what's going on. And that was the one thing that helped me because now because the chat has a lot to say too.
Uh-huh. Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot going on in the chat. Sometimes it's just a bunch of people talking back and forth. It's not really anything to do with the conversation.
Right.
But every so often.
Math Pig. Looking at you, Math Pig.
Doorknob Head. Doorknob Head's really good for your inappropriate comments that aren't quite inappropriate.
I see.
So, but yeah, I try to make sure that I'm engaging my chat as well as I'm engaging other people.
Right.
I've got to remember though is like if you hear it, my keyboard is loud.
Yeah, I saw you mute yourself to type earlier.
Yeah, sometimes I remember to mute, sometimes I don't. So I'm trying to remember to mute. Because I got the mute button on the mic, or I'll hit the mute here because my keyboard is out. I got an expensive keyboard that was given to me from my son-in-law. It's all light up and all pretty shiny. It's got cool hot buttons, but it's loud. So I've got to remember, because where my mic sits is right next to the computer because I don't have one of them boom mics yet.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. You were talking.
Yeah, it's like, it can. And then so my wife said, like, it's kind of loud.
I got this boom thing here, and it's really nice. I just got it week before last. Mm-hmm. But the way the desk is designed, the boom mic is actually on the tray. It's hooked to the wooden tray that slides out. So if I type, you hear it, but you also there's like these springs. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I heard that kind of.
Yeah, and they'll just sit there and ring if I do. So I have a similar problem. I got challenges to get over, as we learn.
Yeah, Critical has a really good keyboard. You can always tell when if Critical is on the stream, you can tell who's typing because his is loud. It's like he points his mic at the keyboard and types. But yeah, no, I've got right here, and I can't move the camera because it'll fall over. But right about here, I've got an alcove way. It's about this wide. So if I get a boom mic, I can actually set it up here, get it clamped onto this to come down. So it's like up here.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, kind of like that. So it's face pointed down with the thing. I've just got to get in by it.
Well, when I first started with this one, let's see if I can show you. See how it comes? You can see how it comes right here. It's got this all here. When I first put it up, I had it just the opposite. So it came up here and then it went down and came up to the mic, and the mic pointed up. But man, I talk so much with my hands out here.
They've been hitting stuff.
Yeah, that I finally went ahead and switched it around. It's been wonderful though. This here the boom came with the thingy, the popper thingy, and it even came with a suspension thing for smaller mics. It was like $20-25. Pretty good.
I'm looking at getting a whole rig up because, like I said, I just got the little mic, which if I gets bumped too much, it shuts off, and I got to wiggle with the wire. But like I said, I want to get one that I can bring up here and come down. It's got the whole thing. I'm just not sure. I got to get it and figure out where to put it.
Right. Well, my goal was to kind of get my channel to look like those other channels, the bigger channels that you see. And so I've got these guys right here that I could sit here and I could talk with you with this, but it probably wouldn't sound as good. I would hear a lot better. But to me, it's just I'm just trying to be as professional as I can, and just kind of where I got what this here bugs my wife. Now I think I wear it just to bug her. She wanted me to put them in the back, and I tried it the other day. If you watch my video, I've got this unplugged from here, and I've got the little microphone plugged straight into it, and the wires are wiggling as I talk. And the reason why is because that was the second time I recorded the video. The first time I had this whole thing behind me and coming up over my ears and plugging it in my ears, and it worked okay, but this would pop out, and then this one would pop out. And I was recording, and then I started to record the video you see, and when I hit the button and started to go, I was like, "Hello and welcome to." Son of a, and it. So
see, I like with me is like I have the earbuds in, but my beard hides it.
There you go.
So I mean, you can see it down here, but with it being black, and I wear the black shirts, or like on my streams, I wear that white and red one that I've been wearing. It's my Goku from Dragon Ball Z shirt. It's. You can see it here, but you don't see it up here. So you're seeing me, my beard hides it. And, if I got my hair down, then you really can't see it. Because then you went to the long hair. But
honey, if you're watching, I'm going to grow a soup catcher. So I can cover.
Yeah.
She won't have that. She clubbed me like a baby harp seal, dragged me around by my beard catcher, by my soup catcher. Let's see. Yeah, I really enjoy the Blue Yeti mic. If that's what you're talking about, Math Big. I think it was more. It's expensive than that. I don't know how it sounds though. Does this sound okay, everybody?
Yeah, I see. I'm always worried how mine sounds because of the small mic.
Yours does really good.
From what I hear, everybody, and I listen to it later. It sounds really good. Whether I'm leaned back here or I'm up close, and so I'm like, it's actually a pretty good mic. I would just like to have one like you got, where it's not. Where I can sit it up here and I can ignore it. Like where it's sitting, I've got to watch, when I go to type or I'm doing something, or if I'm, I've got to watch where I put my hand because I don't want to knock it over, and then I've got to figure what the back to get plugged back in.
The only thing about your sound is it sounds like you have blank walls around you. Is that not a big echo?
It doesn't have a compressor with it, and I think with a compressor kind of like you've got. That sound would be so much better because when I do my recordings, I got to turn the compressor option on. I've got to, noise suppression. I got to go through all that.
Gotcha.
Because with mine, I do have a big opening right here. So it goes out, and then, I don't have, I got a lot of stuff in the room, and it's a small room, but there's a lot of bounce back still.
And it may be your ceiling.
Could be the ceiling too, because it's just
you do have a lot on the wall.
a drywall ceiling.
And it's not horrible echo. It's really not bad echo at all. It's just, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of wall space around. Other than that, it sounds really good. Especially because you showed it to me earlier. It's just
it's just a little dinky. It's only like this big. Let's see if I can pick it up and it not shut off again.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So I just a little. It was like a $30-$40 mic at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like so because what I did have is I had one of them little stick mics.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a little, just a little thin pencil sticking up. That's what I had at first. I'm like, that thing sucked.
Yeah. I have a lapel mic somewhere, and it just doesn't work the way I want it to work. It functions. It's just this. It doesn't. It's not what I wanted. What I want to figure out is that I don't know if I want to. Like we were watching Neil's channel, and he interviewed Murphy.
Eric Murphy, yep.
Yeah. And Eric was wearing those headphones, and I see a lot of YouTubers that will wear a headphone, especially if they're trying to be in a professional setup or a studio-esque kind of way. So I've been debating whether or not to get headphones or just stick with the. Now, if all goes well, eventually I plan to switch to a Mac and do all my stuff from a heavy-duty Mac. And if that happens, I'll just wear my earbuds. So we'll see how that goes. Someday, many years from now.
Well, I've been seeing too a lot of people using the earbud, the Bluetooth headphones too, because my computer's got Bluetooth. So I've actually tried it with my the Bluetooth headset I use at work, so it actually works. I can't be bothered because I'd have to get another set of Bluetooth to use for the computer.
Right. Yeah. Well, I believe the one I have, the Mac earbuds, you can hook those up with multiple different devices, but I think they all got to be Macs. And my computer that I use for this right here. So in other words, I probably could Bluetooth, and I may actually look into it, Bluetoothing this computer I'm using here to my earbuds. But if I do that, then every time I go to work, I'd have to reconnect to my phone because it's not.
And that's why I don't bother with the Bluetooth headphones I've got, because I've got to relearn from here and then relearn it to my phone when I got to work and relearn it back to the computer. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Maybe I might get a pair of Bluetooth just for the computer. Right.
Just for the broadcast.
Yeah.
Because, now I've got this right here's got a little cord, maybe, like a regular earbuds. And then I've got like a 6-footer that goes, so I can actually get up and pace, while I do stuff here. But I want to go wire free. This is the 2020. We're way up there. We can do wire free.
Raven did say it. I did forget about that. The Bluetooth does increase the delay.
Oh, does it?
The sound delay, because it does take that just a little bit for it to broadcast.
It would, wouldn't it? That's true, huh? All right, guys. Well, I need to wrap it up and head off to work. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, Jay, for co-hosting with me this morning and showing up so early, doing the thing.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Not early for me, man. Like I said, it's only like 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock at night for me.
Great.
Because I work third shift. So this you coming on at 7:30, 8 in the morning, not an issue. That's why I come home on Friday nights and I jump on Friday morning 6-pack over on Atheist Pastors, because it's nighttime for me, just like it's nighttime for them. So
I need to watch the Atheist Pastor stuff. That's how I met some of the other people. I really enjoy the Aussies. They're wonderful. So.
Oh yeah, I love them.
All right, guys, I got to go. Thank you again. Don't forget to thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Head over to Jay's channel. Give him a subscribe if you're not already subscribed to Jay's channel. We really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Everybody be safe. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Nerdy. Thank you, Gaytheist, Raven, Math Pig, everybody. Gaytheist, I need to get with you, buddy. I need to get with you. I'll send you an email. Everybody have a wonderful day and take care.
Yeah, be water, my friends.
Be water. I'm going to learn what that means in just a second.
I'll tell you in just a minute.